Welcome to today's EMS Leadership Q&A. And we've got an excellent question here from one of our 911 leadership followers. How do I manage all of these projects? There doesn't seem to be enough time. Sounds like somebody may feel a little overwhelmed, Lisa.
Yeah, it happens to leaders all the time. A lot to do.
But I mean, in this, I would say we all have the same minutes in the day, right? So if other people have figured this out to an extent, we can too. So really just, I think, number one, stop trying to do it all yourself. I know as a leader, I fell into this trap often, right? If you want it done right, do it yourself.
That's right.
But really the important part of being a leader is to create more teamwork and collaboration that will help you multiply your time and evaluate your priorities. What is really important to you and the organization, or what are those big accomplishments you want to have? And you have those written down somewhere. Some people have said the big rocks, right? If you've heard that analogy, if you identify the big rocks in a jar, and eventually if you pour sand in between those rocks, those are the smaller things that will fill the spaces of your time. So if you don't have those rocks in there, those big priorities, other things will fill the gaps.
Yeah, and we tend to be very reactionary, right? The latest emergency or urgent thing. And we really encourage people to slow down. And I know that seems counterintuitive, but the more you slow down, actually the more productive that you'll become. And this has been studied and studied and studied. Focusing on one thing at a time. Multitasking is a myth. It actually is not the way that our brain works at its best. We work best when focused on one thing. I mean, think about when you're on an emergency situation, right? You're focusing on the thing in front of you. You've triaged. You've decided what the big rocks are, right? Or the big important things. And then you work on the smaller things. But remember that being more productive or managing your time and tasks more effectively is a learnable skill. You have to stop doing the same things over and over again and expect a different result. When you slow down, you actually enhance the capacity that you have for innovation and creativity. Some of the best ideas come to you when you're not thinking about so many things at once. So be willing to just slow down and focus on one thing at a time, and make sure what you're focusing on is what you want to be focused on, what's important to you and the organization.
Absolutely. I think it's a trap we all fall into, Lisa. It's where we run our organizations the way we may run an MCI or a large incident, right? We're always operating in emergency mode, whereas sometimes we have to slow down. We have to step back and see what our long-term priorities really are. And I think we've got a great resource, a two-part resource here at emsleadershipacademy.com/delegate. It's a two-part article followed up by a PDF you can download and a coaching guide that has helped many of our other leaders. So I want to thank you for watching today, and we will see you soon.